Welcome, FNUSA57 here. I'm back on my Xbox on some Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and today we are going for something a little bit different. This is going to be highlighted from stream, so a little bit different than my normal videos if you're watching on YouTube. Thanks to everybody hanging out on Twitch while we actually go for this attempt. What we will be doing is attempting the Dark Ops challenge for the BOX Addict, which is basically getting every weapon in the game from the mystery box in a single match, and it's quite the most annoying Dark Ops challenge that the game has to offer. So there's been a lot of back and forth on it. I don't have for 100% certainty the absolute perfect information on it because, well, the devs have changed things. It was broken originally, and let's be honest, it's Call of Duty, so there's just some kind of, nonsense in the background. But if you follow my video, then hopefully you should be able to get the calling card as well relatively easily. There's a few things that we're going to need to do to make this as easy as possible. First and foremost is going to be your gumball pack, and I'll end up disabling my overlay a little bit later so you guys can see clearly what I have. As far as gumballs that are going to help us out with this, I recommend that you bring in Immolation Liquidation, Temporal Gift, and Respin Cycle. Temporal Gift you should have plenty of by this point, and Respin Cycle is honestly not that hard to get. The other two gumballs don't really matter because, well, none of them are going to actually help you with the mystery box. In theory, you could use a Wonder Bar, but those are rare to get, so yeah, I wouldn't really waste it. Once you have a Gobblegum pack set up, augments, there's really not a whole heck of a lot that you can do here with augments to make it easier, but stamina up with Free Faller and gaining a speed boost after your equipment kills a enemy is quite nice. Quick Revive, standard setup, Jug, standard setup, same thing, Melee Macchiato, pretty much everything is going to remain the same. Your Vulture Aid, I would recommend Condor's Reach on, and really the only one that is super important that's going to make this easier is on Speed Cola, the minor augment Speedy Roulette that lets the mystery box settle much faster. PhD Flopper, having the faster slide speed will help you get around the map. Death Perception, Deadshot Daiquiri, and Elemental Pop really don't matter. So we took a look at gumballs, we took a look at the perk augments that we're going to need, and now we'll just mess with the field upgrades and your loadout for this. Field upgrade, Frenzy Guard or Ether Shroud would be the best option, like I mentioned earlier, and melee weapon, you could really bring in whatever you want. Ranged weapon, you could bring in whatever you want if you're starting a new save. Otherwise, it'll be automatically what you have on your save that you made already. And definitely bring in some decoys. So, with that being said, we are going to use a save that I have already taken the time to prepare, which is the longest part of this. Yes, you can do this in standard mode, but more than likely, by the time you have enough essence to hit the box enough times, you're probably going to be very close to round 100, and that's just going to be very annoying to constantly have to deal with close to or above round 100 zombies just annoying you the entire time. So I highly recommend you do this in directed mode. The limited time Cowabunga Cranked is not, that mode is just too frustrating, and you simply just really don't have enough time unless you're kind of a sadist and just really looking for pain and misery, then yeah, sure, you could attempt it in that mode if you really wanted to. But directed mode is going to be your best bet. You will want to do this solo. While it can be done in a team, it's just more annoying and harder to coordinate in a team. As far as maps go, it's going to be Liberty Falls or Terminus. Citadel d'Amour I would not trust because the sword can't be pulled from the mystery box, and I don't know if the devs took that into account when they updated the calling card. Hopefully they did, but I mean, again, it's Call of Duty. The Tomb being brand new, yes, you can get the staff from the box, but the Tomb is a relatively annoying map as far as where the box can be, and you have to go through the teleporter if it's in the ether or flip rounds. I just personally, it's not as efficient. Terminus is plausible, but the map is huge, so it's going to take you longer. Liberty Falls is your best bet. So Liberty Falls is going to be what we will be using. That's what I have the save for. Now, before I go in, tentatively, after the devs fixed this and then broke it and then fixed it and updated it, we should need 33 weapons plus the 2 wonder weapons plus the 4 score streaks. Now, it is possible that you get the calling card without getting the 4 kill streaks, but I have not seen that happen personally. So we're going to operate under the pretense that we need to get them, but if you get the calling card before you get them, great, congratulations. There's more than enough weapons in the game with the new weapons, with the Season 1 weapons and the Season 2 weapons in the mystery box for you to get the 33 base guns. If you get more than that, great. If you get all of them, you get the score streaks and you get the wonder weapons and still don't have the calling card, well, that's just unfortunate, and you can try for the other weapons, or there's a potential that it bugged out because, again, Call of Duty. So just for warning everybody, you got to be 100% transparent on this. This is not an exact science, but I will do my absolute best to make sure that you guys can follow along and get the calling card as relatively easy as possible. With that being said, there really isn't too much that you have to watch out for, other than the fact that you need a good 90 minutes. If you're going to attempt this, even with a directed mode save, which I'm going to load mine up now, allot yourself at least 90 minutes because you cannot start and stop on this. You must do it in one sitting. So if you save and quit, it resets what weapons that you got. It also resets the 5-hour maximum timer for directed mode. So that's how we're able to do this in directed mode. Now, I did disable my overlay on Twitch, so this way you can see exactly how my screen looks. And voila, we're in. So, when you first start up the game, obviously you'll have whatever gobbles that you had when you loaded into the game, and you'll have whatever weapons that, you brought in. This is my basic save that I used for a whole bunch of other challenges and whatnot. So I have what is now in Season 2 Reloaded, the maximum amount of essence that you can have for a save, and that is 999,999. You used to be able to have over that, but unfortunately now in Season 2 Reloaded, you can't have over that. Now, by the time you build up a decent chunk of essence, which is another thing, I would not recommend attempting this until you have at least 300,000 essence built up. But, well, there's a high chance that that won't be enough essence. So I went ahead and I built up a save with 1,000,000 essence. Technically, actually, I had more than 1,000,000 essence. Now, I have my Gobblegum pack on, so it is going to take me a second to build up, because we need the proper gobbles here, and you get 1 draw per round. So, if you want to do this fully, what you want to do is you want to have a Immolation Liquidation, and you want to have a Temporal Gift. There's no point in using Immolation Liquidation without using Temporal Gift. Now, obviously, you see I have a couple of different weapons, and on this save, I brought in the Power Drill. The Power Drill is in the mystery box now. So, there's 2 things while we do the setup for this that you want to look out for, and that's why I'm not skipping to just hitting the box. 1, you are going to need the Jet Gun if you are playing on Liberty Falls, and you will need the Beam Smasher if you are playing on Terminus. These wonder weapons must be pulled from the mystery box. You'll also need the Ray Gun, and if you really wanted to, you could go ahead and simply grab them by, using Wonder Bar, but that would get very expensive, and we're going to have to hit the mystery box a ton of times, so more than likely we're going to see multiple Ray Guns, multiple of the Wonder Weapon, which is actually good because we're going to need that, since there's a little bit of a bug. Remember that the Beam Smasher can only show up on Terminus, and the Jet Gun can only show up on Liberty Falls. So, depending on the map that you are playing on, that will determine what wonder weapons you need. So, since we're in directed mode, follow the on-screen instructions as you are building up your essence for that save to build whichever wonder weapon it is that you need for the map. Then you're going to need to actually acquire that wonder weapon. So right now we're going to do that, and you can see that I have the Thrusterdyne blah blah blah. This is the jet gun. It is up there on the table. We built it, and that's why our round cap and everything is past 14. So now that we have the jet gun, what we need to do is we need to get rid of the jet gun. It doesn't matter what weapon that you get rid of it for, it just matters that you get rid of it. Drop it on the ground, and then you're going to have to wait for the jet gun to disappear. Once the jet gun disappears in your game, in the save that you load, not before you saved and quit, in the actual save that you're playing, then the jet gun can appear in the mystery box. So that's something that you need to be aware of, and we will get started as soon as I get my gobbles and this jet gun disappears. Anyone want to take a early guess at exactly how much of my million essence I'm going to have to use before I get every weapon?
Sorry, no good discounts.
So my jet gun has officially disappeared from the ground where I dropped it, and I have the 3 gumballs that I want: Temporal Gift, Respin Cycle, and Immolation Liquidation. Now, if you have Immolation Liquidation, and you can also see that the jet gun is not on the bench. So that's how you know the jet gun is definitely in the mystery box pool and ready to be pulled. But yeah, like I was saying, if you have Immolation Liquidation, it would be really dumb to just not use it. So, what we want to do is we want to find the mystery box, and we want to hit the mystery box as much as we possibly can in as short amount of time as we possibly can. So first and foremost, we are going to go ahead and pop the Temporal Gift. That's going to give us double the time on the next power-up that we pick up. The next power-up that we pick up is going to be Immolation Liquidation, which is a, you guessed it, fire sale. You can also toss a decoy, and then as soon as you get that, you're just going to hit the mystery box, grab whatever it gives you. It literally does not matter what rarity it is. You are just hitting the mystery box. If you want, you can toss another decoy. Doesn't matter the rarity of the weapon. We're just going here for a full minute, locking down this mystery box. You can also use your Ether Shroud ability if you want while you're doing this. It can be hard to check off all the weapons. I'm rushing a little bit here. You can get the same melee weapon out of the box that you brought in. And of course, we can get the wall-buy weapons. Now, we need 33 of the weapons plus the 2 wonder weapons. Alright, once your Immolation Liquidation ends, then you are going to be just back to full price. Of course, this allows you to get a good chunk of weapons out of the mystery box, and we can quickly take a look at what weapons we got, and I'm going to check them off on my list. So I just paused the game real quick, just because, you know, when you use a fire sale, you're trying to grab weapons as quickly as possible, and yeah, you might not pay attention to which ones you got. So I looked at all the weapons that I got from that. I got the AK-74, the Goblin Mark II, the GPR-91, the Jackal, the Kriegsee, the KSV, the Model L, the Power Drill, the PU, and the Siren 9. I got 10 weapons. I did not get any score streaks, and I did not get any other fancy business. It's also going to take me a little bit longer because, well, I'm doing this while checking off on my list of what I got. And of course, inevitably, you're going to get the rabbit sooner or later. Make sure that you're grabbing the weapons from the mystery box and that you keep at least one weapon that is decently upgraded so that you can go ahead and just, you know, I don't know, kill the zombies that are going to try to kill you. Flipping waves is not necessary, but I like to flip the wave, and as you can see, the mystery box has already respawned. That is because we have our wonderful little upgrade, which we have the augment on our speed cola. That makes it so that the mystery box settles faster. So, what we're doing here is simply going to thin the wave out, and we're pretty much going to do that after every couple of mystery boxes where we thin the wave out and we flip it, trying to get another set of gobbles. You only want to have like one zombie left when you're doing this because it's just really, really annoying. Of course, if you saved up a save like I did and you made enough points for it, then you're probably going to have enough salvage. You can afford to spend some of said salvage on armor plates and decoys, which will, again, make this whole process easier for you. Make sure that you don't accidentally pick up the weapon from the mystery box with your upgraded weapon. This way you don't waste points. So now we go back to hitting the mystery box, and if we get something that we already have, which we didn't, we got the Tarkov from that. So that's all right. But if we got something that we already had, we could use the respin cycle on it. And the 9mm PM. So Tarkov and 9mm PM. We can go ahead and check those off on the list. And we got the chopper gunner. Fantastic. I should mention that the mystery box does not give you the score streak that you currently have equipped, which is weird. But at least in my experience, that doesn't happen. So, chopper gunner, that's one of 4 of the score streaks that we need, and the score streaks can be awkward to get. SWAT 556, we needed that. Again, here in the beginning, it's gonna be a lot of me pausing the game to just check off on my list which weapons we have and which ones we don't. So SWAT 556 and Chopper Gunner, those are the 2 that we just got. Doing alright with this. I would like to get another fire sale, because, you know, who doesn't want another fire sale? Jackal again, unfortunate. Tanto 22, that's one of the ones we needed. Now, quick tip, thanks to Spartan for telling me, but you actually don't get the fire sale as a drop from the zombies till you have moved the mystery box, so till you got the teddy bear from the mystery box at least once in that game. Now, we got the HE1, which was the original weapon that was not in the mystery box when the game first launched, hence the reason why we could not do this challenge when the game first came out. And, of course, we got the bunny again. So, pretty much this is your chance. When you get the bunny, then I like to just flip the round. That's my general rule of thumb. Bunny, flip the round, because even with the Speed Cola perk, it still takes a while for the mystery box to transfer locations, and we have to flip the round in order to get a gumball, so yeah. Now, of course, I am using some other gumballs while doing this, which you don't have to do, but I had to put something in my gumball slot, so I have cash back and I have shields up as my other 2 gumballs. And I just put those on there because, again, anything that makes it easier for us to use is going to come in handy. So, you know, why not? And then we are going to make our way to the mystery box's new location. Now, I highly recommend that you have already bought the zip lines. Outside of a weird audio bug that can occur, and I hope we don't run into it, the zip lines do allow you to get around the map pretty quick. And this is why it is much better to do this on this map as opposed to Terminus. ASG, there we go. That's one that we haven't pulled yet. You're going to pull weapons multiple times, though. Strider 22. So ASG, Strider 22, and Siren 9. That's one that we've already had. ASG and Strider 22. Alright, already have it, so what we're going to do is hit the respin cycle gobble. That's going to automatically respin the mystery box. This time we got a Hellstorm, so that was totally worth it. Remember, the respin cycle does not guarantee that you're going to get a different weapon. It just gives you another play at something from the mystery box. Alright, new LMG, whatever you want to call this, the Fang and the Hellstorm. Fang and the Hellstorm. Now, the Fang being the newest LMG is not actually on my list. So we might pop the calling card a little bit early, but that weapon is not on my checklist. I didn't actually think it had made it into the mystery box yet. But we pulled it. Alright, LR762.
About fucking time someone dealt me a winning hand.
And the Krieg C again.
It might shock you to know I have stuff going on that doesn't involve dealing with the open.
And here we go with getting the same thing multiple times. Siren 9. And we got the bunny. So you know what time it is? It is time to kill that pesky zombie.
Here I am again.
And we got the Frostline. So LR762 and Frostline. Those are two new ones. Whenever I get two new ones that I didn't have before, I'm going to pause the game and check them off on my list. Now we got a few zombies on us. So I used my max ammo just that way I wouldn't have to actually worry about buying ammo. I might have to buy armor. And this is why we have Condor's Reach on, so that we can just pick up everything off the ground quickly. Well, of course, max ammo is also convenient. And another reason why we are flipping the rounds and actively killing the zombies. Not only will we get some money and points back, but every zombie we kill has a chance now of dropping a fire sale. And we could really use a fire sale right about now, because we have to hit this box like a stupid number of times. GPMG7, that's one that we haven't had. Strider 22, we've had that one already. So GP and Compact. GP and Compact. Now remember, we do need those mystery weapons. Well, wonder weapons. XM4, let's go. And the baseball bat. So we got two of the melee weapons now. Looking promising. Maelstrom shotgun. Again, wasn't really sure that that was going to be in the box at the time of recording, but hey, it is. Can't complain. Just keep leading the zombie around in a circle. I don't know what to even call these, but the automatic pistols start with a G. Grigorov or something like that. They're kind of fun to play with. And we got the bunny again, so you know what that means. Bye-bye zombie. But again, it's going to be use Temporal Gift first, And you don't have to use Immolation Liquidation. This is just to make it faster for the video, so please do me a favor. You know, leave a like on it for me. Maybe a nice spicy comment. I'll use my shields up, and then we are going to hit the mystery box. The whole thing about this is we can hit the mystery box. It doesn't cost as much. And the mystery box is going to stay in the same spot, which is huge. Alright, so far, no new weapons. Alright, all weapons that I already have. Aims, that's a new one.
Surprise you to know this is not what I fucking wanted.
Alright, so far the only new gun that I got is the aims.
I'm gonna put this thing to work.
Oh, there's the SWAT 556 again.
Jerk me around, you're going straight in the wood chipper.
There's the KSV again. And the GS45. So, aims and the GS45. And those fire sales really helps out. DM10, that's another one that we needed.
At least in Spec Ops, I knew what weapons I'd deploy with.
And the Sigma B. Let's go. Two more that we didn't have. DM10 and Sigma B.
Jackpot! Who fucking are?
Oof, Model L again. And the brand new Cypher. So a third one that's not on my list. Sigma B and DM10. So right now I have earned almost the 33 weapons. Because obviously we got the new weapons. So definitely jot down all of the Season 2 weapons. And of course, mystery box move, so we kill the zombie. Now, it is possible that you can hit the mystery box while the wave is active, especially here in directed mode. I mean, I wouldn't hit the mystery box while the wave is active. Oh, RCXD, let's go. I wouldn't do that on, like, you know, say, wave 100 or anything. But it is possible to do here in directed mode because it's, well, honestly not that difficult. So, like I was saying, once you've moved the mystery box at least one time, you can get a fire sale. I have a fire sale right here on the ground. I'm going to just go ahead and hit it. And we are going to try to get as much as we can out of this mystery box. Now, this is a regular just fire sale. You only get 30 seconds on it, so you're only going to get a few attempts, especially if you have zombies hitting you. SOG, that's another one that's new. LR, and can I get one more buy off of it? No. Like I said, you're not going to get that many buys off of it. So SOG and Marine, those are two new ones that we just really easy to do. Now we just have to continue this process here. This box is a little bit hard. We have the C9 now. And kabam! One Box Addict calling card. Well, okay. That was unexpected, folks. That was very unexpected. So let me just pause on that. Technically, if I go to my list, we have okay. Well, we have acquired that off of 33 weapons. So, 40 weapons in the game, not including the 4 new melees. Out of the weapons that I pulled, I have recorded 30. I checked off 30 that I got. And I got the three brand new Season 2 weapons, which obviously weren't on my list originally because I didn't think that they were going to count. But lo and behold, there you go. They count. So it's just 33 weapons. It doesn't look like you absolutely 100% have to have the wonder weapons. And we didn't complete the full set of score streaks. Now, I don't know if you're going to have the exact same luck that, I have. If you don't have the exact same luck and you don't pop the challenge and the calling card once you complete 33 weapons specifically, then obviously you're just going to keep hitting the mystery box until you do. But I am very surprised that I popped that calling card that early. I did not think that was going to happen. That is honestly kind of crazy that we got that, which is just, damn. I also got a pretty good capture there for Box Addict. Not the best one, but I got a pretty good capture of it popping up, so I can make my thumbnail. And I didn't really have to go through that many immolation liquidation gumballs, so I think it's safe to say that the devs actually fixed it completely now, and the wonder weapons / score streaks are not 100% required. However, keep in mind that if you don't pop the challenge at exactly 33 weapons, then I would say the next logical step is to continue until you get the wonder weapons. And if you still haven't popped the challenge after getting the wonder weapons, make sure that you try and get the score streaks as well. But yeah, if it is just simply 33 weapons at the point of Season 2 Reloaded, then it's really not even a Dark Ops challenge at this point. We barely even used 100,000 essence while going for this particular challenge. I mean, I was all concerned about having 1,000,000 essence, and that was definitely not required. We barely touched how much essence was actually stockpiled. So normally you would need hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of essence, but at just 33 weapons, I did that with 2 immolation liquidation fire sales paired with and there's our mutant injector, by the way, paired with the temporal gifts, and I did that with 1 fire sale. So I mean, how long have we been in the match? 30 minutes? 30 minutes including setup time? And we already got Box Addict? That's nuts! That is abso-freaking-lutely nuts how quick we did that. Now, like I said, the wonder weapons, they're probably going to be the rarest thing for you to get from the mystery box. So that one's going to take the most time, and I was fully anticipating needing to spend like 400,000 at least, knowing my luck, to get, everything that I needed. But, well, we actually got through them like stupidly fast. I mean, there's the AEK. That was one that I didn't have on my list. Like, I did one of the 7 that I hadn't actually pulled yet. There's the jet gun. So here you go, folks, just to show that it does work. I'm not spouting nonsense over here. You can actually get the jet gun from the mystery box, and the trick in directed mode is to make sure that you have built it and dropped it on the ground, waited for it to disappear, and then it will be in the pool. But obviously it's a wonder weapon, so yeah, definitely let me know what your findings are if you attempt this. Were you able to get the calling card in only 3 weapons? Or 33 weapons, I should say. Or did you actually need to get the wonder weapons and the score streaks? But yeah, the way it stands at the moment, I kind of feel like this isn't even a Dark Ops challenge. Like, at this point, this is just a, you know, use the mystery box a little bit and you'll have it. So, let me know. Leave a comment. I will do my best to help answer any questions that you guys might have. If you enjoyed the video, leave a nice spicy like on it, especially if it helped you out and you're feeling froggy. Maybe do both. Share the video with a friend. Till next time, my brothers and sisters, thy legion, stay frosty.
Here we go. You gonna give me a gun or a swift kick in the...
Get that calling card, so spicy. Finally have it. And I got a profit sharing off of that run, too. The devs made that calling card surprisingly easy.